This is a good episode for you if you find yourself sitting in meetings a lot. So, and if you find that you are one of these people like me who tends to fidget a lot. So I'm going to talk a little bit about moving while you're in a meeting. So let's see. First, let me say I am Ellie, and I help people move better. I help people take charge of their health and wellness. I help people get out of pain. And I'm trying to, I have so much to share about moving well, moving better. And so my goal is to get it out there so that ordinary people can learn better things that they can do to take care of their own bodies. So today, I don't know, I was in a meeting today, so this idea came up for me. It was a Zoom meeting. So I'm sitting there and, you see all the people in their little Zoom cubicles there. And the other day when I was in a Zoom meeting, I saw somebody walking. So that's one way to get movement in. You can get one of those little treadmill things and walk while you're walking, while you're standing. I often, especially if it's a long Zoom, I will get up and stand back and just move and be in a standing position so that I'm just changing my position. I'm not sitting all the time. These are kind of bigger movements, so people know you're doing it. You can stretch, you can reach, you can, do like different things that make it clear to other people that you're moving and you're getting some movement in, which is not a bad thing because it lets people remember that, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should get up too and stand so I'm not sitting all day. Another thing that I do have, well, I'm going to show you, is this cushy thing. And I call it a sit disc, and it's cushy, and it's kind of like sitting on a yoga ball a little bit, but not as unsteady. And so I can move my hips, and excuse me, actually, I can move and get tiny little movements in my pelvis, like tiny little hula hoops. And it might look, excuse me, it might look like I'm not moving. Or maybe it looks like I'm moving, I can't really tell. But you can get really tiny, small movements in when you sit on one of these things. And if you don't mind moving in bigger ways, you can move in bigger circles with your pelvis. But today, I found when I was in the Zoom meeting that I was fidgeting, and anything I saw on my desk, I would pick it up and I would play with it. And just doing things with my hands, I'm pressing and I'm pulling my fingers out. You can even just use your own hands and, oh, nice crack there. And just give your fingers a little bit of a pull. Press in on the webbing in between your fingers. Do both at the same time. So you can do this without anybody seeing or noticing. So if you're in a meeting that's important and it's important that you look like you're paying attention, you can do other things with your hands, especially when they're below the table. So I have this little super ball on my desk, and I put it in between my thumbs, and then I just press. And actually, so I will do this and press it and squeeze my hands, and it presses into those muscles in my thumb. But I'm going to show you how I do it by keeping my fingers open like this. I just roll it around a little bit while I'm squeezing it together there. So just rolling those and getting into like little tender spots and sore spots. I can also, I don't have a desk right here, but if I had a desk, I could place that ball right in the webbing of my thumb, right there. There you go. And while my hand's flat on the desk, I can press into that. And then I can actually go in between each of the fingers if I want to. You can also do that with like a pencil or like a pencil eraser, something not too hard. It's a little hard. And this is one of my favorite things. You can put it between your fingers and squeeze each finger. It just get your fingers moving. Even just moving your fingers, if you don't have a thing to play with, just moving your fingers, moving each finger, spreading that thumb out, doing a little bit of pulling. That always feels good. A little crackly. A little adjustment there, which is good. So you can also do a little bit of work on your forearm. You can press in there. If you're leaning on a desk, you can press in there, and then you can move your fingers around. And that often helps the fascia that connects all the way from here down to your fingers. Another thing that I do sometimes is, so this is a stretch band, a TheraBand actually, and I just cut it up into small bits. And you can pull and work on your grip and your wrists, pull it apart like that, get in all the different directions of movement there. Your hands, the external rotation, internal rotation. Move that around. I have a larger TheraBand as well. Not sure I would use that while I'm in a meeting. But if you had one, you could. This one, when it's small like this, you can just have your hands in your lap and you can be pressing your thumbs into it, moving it around. The other thing I did today, that's ball. I have a my lacrosse ball. You can also do this sort of stuff with a lacrosse ball. Just kind of pushing in, squeezing it. Our grip is a very important part of our functioning. And I'm finding as I age that my grip is not as good as it once was. So this sort of stuff helps you build a better grip and strength if you don't have some sort of compensation pattern happening that affects your grip. This is just a 3-pound weight, and this is what I was doing today. So I was just sort of just pressing in here, and what it does is it's working the muscles in my pecs. When I press in, you can pull, that doesn't feel so good. You could also just do small mini curls with this. And when I was doing this, because I'm having some issues with this wrist and hand, I'm watching and I'm paying attention to the direction my hand is and moving it and finding out where is the pain, when does it happen. When I go that way, when I go this way. I don't really want to go into pain. What I want to do is find out why there's pain and take care of the reason why, which could be anywhere up the whole line. the whole fascial line. Could be my wrist, could be my elbow, could be my pectoral muscles, could be my neck, my traps, who knows. But don't forget your hands while you're doing your self-care. And oh, the other thing is my feet. As I was sitting, you can't see it here, but I'm going up on my toes and then coming down, and coming up on my toes and coming down, and just getting my feet moving as well. You can place your feet out a little further and be on the heels, and then raise the toe box off the floor and get a little bit of a movement in those ankles. You can also do the other foot things that I talked about the other day, which I don't remember which video it was, but there are lots of things you could do with your feet as well. You can bring your feet up and you could do a little bit of work on your feet if you like. So that's just a little bit of mini movement for your hands while you're in a meeting. And I'm in meetings regularly, and so I find that I do this sort of thing a lot. And even if I'm not in a meeting and I'm just working on the computer and I'm thinking, during those thinking moments, I might do some movement and get my hands more energized and feeling good. So that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, subscribe. Check the little bell button, and make sure you give me a comment if you have any questions or you have any thoughts about what you would like to see during this Move More Every Day in March.